Entifadh Qanbar, the former spokesman of the Deputy Prime Minister of Iraq. He joins us live from Washington. What are your thoughts as you look at these pictures? Many angry people who have gone to the Green Zone and stormed Parliament because they're not happy with the nomination of this person as Prime Minister.
Well, this is a battle of twisting arms each other. I mean, the one side, what they call the Iran's proxies, and the other side, the Muqtada al Sadr followers, which they have huge followers and on the ground, popular ground. So I think what's happening now, after Muqtada's withdrawal from the parliament, he's sending a message that despite my withdrawal, I still have a say in the government. And honestly, the nomination of Mohammed al Sudani is kind of insult to the Iraqi people, because the Dawah party, which he came from, which I describe it as a Stalinist Shia party, ruled Iraq from 2013 to 18, 15 years of devastation. And not to mention the animosity between Maliki, who served 2 terms, terrible terms, and Muqtada al Sadr. And Sudani considered one of Maliki's minions, to be honest with you. So what's happening now, they're trying to recycle or a revolving door of the party, the Ba'ath party, the Dawah party going out from the door, coming back from the window, and go back to business as normal on corruption and on terrible deals. And Iran is a big part nurturing this division, and is a big reason for making democracy not effective in Iraq after the winners should have formed the government, Iran preventing them from doing that. And that's the result of it, total chaos.
But where does Iraq go from here? They were supposed to be voting in the prime minister and then selecting a president tomorrow. The country is in the grips of problems with security, problems with the economy. It badly needs to see through some reforms. How is any of this going to be done unless the political deadlock is finally broken? Do you see that happening?
I don't see that happening, because the issue for the Iran proxies is to have a prime minister to continue their policing the country, while at the same time, the issue is not that. The issue is to have an effective prime minister who can rule. You can see from the videos we're watching now live, how fragile the Iraqi security forces, which is supposed to be the highly fortified Green Zone, it has collapsed in a few minutes. When a security force is so fragile, they also show you how fragile the whole political system and the government in Iraq. So the solution is not to bring another guy from the same old party, which has misgoverned Iraq. The solution is to change the political system, bring a new prime minister who is capable of carrying this big responsibility, not to be a servant to the Iran proxies and their corruption.
Do you think Muqtada al Sadr made a mistake by leaving Parliament?
It's hard to judge, because there is an advantage for him being outside the government. He could do this kind of demonstrations, as you can see. He has more freedom. At the same time, withdrawing from the government deprived him of a significant bloc who could vote on or prevent laws and legislations, or naming prime ministers and so forth. Anyway, the parliament, after the withdrawal of the 73 seat majority seats, it lost its legitimacy, lost its basically capability of a political power to move the country forward. So the withdrawal of Muqtada al Sadr has basically diffused the parliament of its powers, at the same time improved its capabilities to move on the streets against the system.
So we've now had, what, 290 days without a head of state or a cabinet in Iraq. I mean, shouldn't the country just call it quits and go for new elections?
Well, this is basically the Shia majority division caused that. And this division, as I said, is caused by Iranian intervention. The results of the elections were very clear. Muqtada al Sadr has the highest number of blocks. Masoud Barzani comes second as the head of the Kurdish bloc. And also then comes third, the Sunni head by the Halbusi, the head of the parliament. And they have formed an alliance of the three parties to form the government. The government could have been formed in 9 hours, not 10 months. But Iran was not happy to see their proxies losing the elections so badly, and they wanted to force them into power despite of the election result. And as a result of that, and numerous threats that Iran posed on this tri-party coalition, Muqtada decided to draw from the parliament and go to the street because there was basically a deadlock. Iran used 1/3 of the parliament to stop the whole political process, a copycat of what they have done in Lebanon. And we can see what happened to Lebanon. The country has been devastated and has a total economical collapse.
So how do you see this then playing out? When you look at these pictures of people who are inside Parliament, they seem to be celebrating the fact that they're inside Parliament. Where does the country go from here?
Well, we are at a very dangerous crossroad. If the Shia war started, despite Iran has just delivered through one of their mouthpieces that if any Shia fighting, Iran will crush it. I don't think Iran has the capability to crush a Shia civil war. God forbidden, I hope that will not happen. But we are getting closer to that dangerous situation. And what would happen, Iraq would not be even divided. It will be fragmented and will be completely chaotic. And this will have terrible consequences, not only Iraq, on neighboring countries like Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and others, and also on the region and the world. So I think the international community should intervene, led by the United States, to enforce or empower Iraqis to apply the Iraqi constitution through the constitutional steps to form a government. Otherwise, as I said, we are going to an unknown and probably a terrible unknown.
Entifadh Qanbar, thank you very much indeed for joining us live from Washington there.